Mobile phone service provider Safaricom is banking on its new feature-rich M-pesa application programming interfaces to improve user experience and at the same time grow revenues. The new RP's portal was launched with the aim of drastically cutting down the 60 days it took for businesses to link to M-pesa. Leveraging on the e-commerce trend, business can now seamlessly integrate both Lipa na M-pesa, buy goods and pay bill payments into mobile phone application websites and point-of-sale terminals. The additional feature will be a boon for developers looking to integrate and create new innovations around M-pesa. This will streamline the process, including the ability to easily plug to M-pesa using friendly programming languages. The portal, dubbed Daraja, will enable developers to self-manage and access the RPs as well as to test their code before fully deploying their applications. To get a deeper sense into what the end game to this innovation is, we are now joined by Boniface Mungania, Safaricom's head for M-pesa Business Development Manager. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And just picking up from that, perhaps break it down for our average viewer and the common man. What will change by this coming in on board actually?
Just to give you a small background, in 2015, April, we brought back M-pesa home, and one of the things that came with was a very robust platform, with very good capacity and new features, but also came with our first iteration of APIs, which was meant to help developers integrate M-pesa into the application. Now, one of the things or the feedback to receive from the ecosystem is that the APIs are available, but they need to access them when they want. So they want information easily available. They want to quickly board when they require to integrate. And as we said, 60 days is the average time we're taking to onboard a vendor. Mm-hmm. And third, the feedback was that the protocols are not to the expectations. You find that most of the developers now move to what is called REST standard or REST format.
Yes.
So what we did is we reworked our framework for APIs to come up with now what is called Daraja, which is our new sets of APIs. And what have we done? One, we've published all the APIs we have, a set of APIs which are very relevant. I highlight one or two. Then two, we've created a self-onboarding or a test platform, a sandbox, where a developer can develop an application, test by themselves, and then when they're ready, integrate them. Now, if you look at the experience using the API portal, we've reduced the time taken to get on board from 60 days to now 4 days.
So what does this mean for the company in terms of course, it's like you've opened a door for developers.
Yep.
So for the company, what is it that you'll be gaining at the end of the day? Is it the volume of transactions? Is it, what exactly is it?
So you see, M-pesa has been transforming payments for the last 5 years, but you will appreciate that as a provider, we cannot develop solutions for every single niche, and there are people who are very well positioned to do this.
Correct.
So what you've done is provided them with that capability to give solutions to whatever niches, which they understand quite well, using our platform. And some of the things you'll find is the speed at which these solutions are built to customers will improve drastically. Second is the nature of experience. Like, if you find what has been happening before, all transactions for M-pesa initiated from our channels. Mm-hmm. That is the SDK, the SIM toolkit, or an application. Now you can go in and complete M-pesa transaction within a merchant, for example, ticketing site. So the experience is going to improve significantly. Then we've opened door for innovation. One of the things that you find in the last few years is emergence of fintechs and a lot of innovation happening in the financial sector space. But they always want to consume the services we have. And now we made it readily available for them, so this is going to spur innovation significantly. Yeah. And of course, all this leads then to increased usage, and M-pesa is going to grow.
And increased revenue for the company.
Exactly.
So, Boniface, let's talk about the security aspects around having a batch of developers developing applications for it to be embedded sort of to the M-pesa platform. Mm-hmm. How secure, and what are some of the vetting processes that you take these developers through?
So what happens is Initially, for you to connect to M-pesa, we used to require that you need to have a VPN connection between your applications and Safaricom. Now, what we've done is we've availed a portal. This is not on the core M-pesa. It's like a platform where you come and test your APIs, see that they are working to your expectations, check all the information you need about M-pesa APIs, and then when you're ready, we can migrate. Of course, the process of onboarding merchant or onboarding our partners remains the same. There's a KYC and all those other processes that we follow today. But what we've done is the initial stages of you understanding and consuming our APIs has been significantly shortened.
All right.
Yeah.
And finally, what is the way forward really for transforming payments, and what does the future look like?
So I will just mention two APIs which are very innovative. You'll find an API called M-pesa Express. What does it do? Today, almost every transaction is initiated from M-pesa. Now, we've given our partners and developers ability to create transactions and complete them within their applications with only one-step authentication done via M-pesa. So this is like a POP. So if you're buying a ticket online, for example, you just complete the purchase process, and then you want to check out, pay via M-pesa, and you put your mobile number, and what you get is a push on your phone, which is like a summary of what you get on your SIM toolkit, asking you to confirm the transaction and enter the PIN. If you look at what is happening today, it would have taken you 7 steps to do that kind of a transaction, but now it's reduced to whatever you're doing on the merchant side and 1 step on M-pesa.
All right.
Yep.
Interesting. And I'm sure, Boniface, right now, I'm looking at the M-pesa transaction. How much are we talking about per day? Just give us a quick figure. How much is transacted?
It's not something probably I can mention immediately, but
it's in the trillions.
Huge volumes. Let's put it that way.
Many thanks there, yeah. Boniface Mungania.
Thank you very much.
Business Development Manager at Safaricom, and sharing with us some new insights into the platform. Well, before we wrap up